Okay, there we go. Oop, no, don't want that. Nope, nope, nope. Trying to fix this filter thing. Looks funny, y'all. Mm, I don't know why it looks like this. Okay, there is no filter. Okay, we're gonna roll with that. And let the folks know I'm running so much out. All right. Okay. So that's me cleaning the screen off, y'all. And I don't know what we're gonna do about the color of whatnot. But all right, so I'm gonna turn this around here and I'm gonna get busy while I wait for you all to come into the room. I've been looking for some other patterns and stuff, so we're gonna make this happen. Hello, come on in the room. Come on in. And make sure that I have the chat. I want to just see top comments, but I want to see everybody's comments coming in. When you come in, make sure you say hello. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. If you catch this on the replay, just reach out to me and say hello. All right, before I put this out, I'm going to cut this pattern apart. So, and I will be working on view A because it has the notch lapel. So, thank you so much for coming in. And let me change this because I don't want TikTok to accuse me of trying to show a movie to y'all. All right. All right. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Come on in. Let's see. Come on in the room. Grab some measurements so I can make sure I have these. Thank you for coming in tonight. I'm gonna be here for a while, so until I get really sleepy. Um, I'm gonna be here. But as you're coming in, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, let everybody know I'm on. Oh, shoot, come on, hit that. All right, there we go. All right, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. But most importantly, say hello. And let me know where you're watching from. My name is Alicia, and I'm a creator and founder of So Much Talent. And I love to spotlight other sewers and creators. Love to share tips and techniques on sewing, creating. I mostly sew garments, but we do crafty things. So Much Talent. We like to do challenges, uh, retreats periodically, and but most importantly, just coming together to do sew alongs and things like that. Right now, tonight, I need my other scissors. I am in my personal time. I am a bridal and formal wear designer, creator, and custom sewist and alteration specialist. I do make wedding gowns, prom dresses, cotillion gowns, anything that has to do with the weddings and any kind of formal attire. Um, I make it, create it. I either draft it, sew it from a pattern, or drape it on a mannequin. My clients, they usually come to me with inspirational pictures, and I'll do my best to create it or come very close um, with the fabrics that they would like to use. Well, the fabrics that we come together and compromise on. How about that? Um, so this is the case tonight that I had a client. She brought me a suit that she was interested in. Gave me an inspiration picture, but I have a pattern. Instead of me draping and drafting the pattern from scratch, I found a pattern that's very similar to it that I can kind of modify, and I'll do that from time to time. So tonight, I am going to use, it's a pantsuit. I'm going to use a Vogue 2016, and I'm doing view A, the pink one, because it has the notch lapel collar and it has the welt pockets. I was trying to say welt pockets. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm going to get as much of this done as I possibly can. I'm working with a stretch crepe fabric. It's what she requested, stretch crepe, and I haven't cut any of it out. So that's what I'm doing now, and then I'm going to go to sewing it. I've already cut the pants out. The pants I'm using, I'm not going to use the pants with the pleats. She wanted more of a simple pant. So I found this new look uh, pants pattern, which is actually the call letter for this pattern is New Look 6481. So it's a very slim cut, kind of a subtle boot cut or a straight cut pant, and just has a little waistband to it and a zipper and some darts. So we're keeping it simple. So I've already cut the pants out. So now I'm cutting the jacket out. That in itself takes a process. Uh, if you were on with me earlier today, you feel I was finishing up another garment or working on it. And I had a fitting today with that garment and it was perfect, perfect. If I just had to taper the sleeves in just a little bit and hem the sleeves, but outside of that, everything is perfect. I don't know if you all are making comments because I can't tell. Sometimes it's um, okay. So I see one person's here, so I don't know who you are, but I hope if you can, just let me know that you can hear me if you can. If not, I might need to do something different. I think I'm gonna cut that size 18 from this one. Um, I cut the size 20 in the pants. Sometimes they can run a little small. Okay, that's a little well pocket. All right, so this one, let's see, this is the front, this is the back. This pattern goes up to a 24, but I think I need the 18. You know what, I'm going to use this to cut this out. Maybe a little bit faster. Try to cut this out. I use this rotary cutter because the blade is duller, so if you're probably flipping the curves like, "Oh." Yeah, it's okay. All right, waiting on my nighttime crease to come on in. The sleeve has a two-part sleeve. It's okay that it's a two-part. I can work with that. You can see I don't like to trim the patterns to the T. I probably will in just a few minutes once I find the pieces that I actually need. It makes it easier when I'm using my rotary cutter to cut around the fabric. All right. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all can hear me okay. I see you. I'm trying to get as close as possible. Y'all see where the excess fabric is going right on the floor. I had to clean it up a little bit later. All right, so that's upper collar A. This is the facing for um, jacket A. So jacket A is the version that I am cutting. Oops, went over a little bit too much on that one. I'll hold on to that. All right. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me because I promise you I cannot see comments. I had to cut, if I kept cutting that out by scissors, I'd been here forever. But you see the time that I saved by using the rotary cutter to cut the pattern pieces out. Again, I know it makes you nervous that I'm throwing this paper. I don't know if it makes you nervous, that's me talking. Um, but I end up cleaning this up at the end of the day, so it's all good. Let's go ahead and get this pocket, get that done. Mm. All right, let's see. This is the back A and B. So, hello, how art thou? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Shakura. Shakura, I'm not, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, so I apologize if I'm messing it up. But thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. This is my little sewing haven. Hey, Lady Mo. Hey, hey. How are you? Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. I love those quilts you've been working on to finish. One day I'm gonna be like you and have me some quilts around the house. Quilts that I made. How's Mr. Ethan? Okay, sure. Hey, you watching from Atlanta? Okay, thank you so much. You're a fashion designer. Awesome. Shakuru, am I saying it right? Shakuru Couture. All right, I have to follow you. So thank you for letting me know. I'm 2 hours away from Atlanta. I'm in Augusta. So we usually, when we do our sewing retreats, we do our sewing retreats in Atlanta. Last year we did it in Fayetteville. Well, yeah, Fayetteville, Georgia. So who knows? We might be doing it again this year in Atlanta. I don't know. I mean, not this year, but next year. We didn't do one this year. All right. So he's doing well. Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. See, this is the thing about these patterns, like these suits. This is the actual suit. It's not so much that it's hard to sew, but it's a lot of pieces to it. Like it has a upper collar, the under collar, it has the upper sleeve, the under sleeve. It has the princess seams, the front, the back, the side back, welt pockets. They're time consuming. So I think it's very what do you call it? Not over, maybe overzealous is the word when you overestimate or highly expect something. Okay, thank you. Hey, Erica. Yeah, I would definitely do it. So tell me about your couture business, Shakur. What part of Atlanta are you in? And do you have a storefront, or how does that work? Do you have an online business? Because we love to support. If you haven't followed us on in our So Much Talent group, please feel free to follow us and share some of your designs. Like on Saturdays, Saturdays is Supermarket Saturday. So you get to tell us about your business, to share um, links to your business so that we can follow you. Saturdays is the one day that we get to do that in the group. Um, uh Hope I did that right. Okay. Yeah, that would be that long. Where's my tape? Yeah, so y'all don't forget Saturday Supermarket Saturday, so you get to promote your business and everything, your websites, your business pages and everything, so we can find you because we like to know about all the talent that's out there. You got a big screen tonight. You must have did something different, Miss Erica, with your big screen self. All right, so I'm gonna pause for a second. You asked me how did the fitting go, and it went very well. Um, Everything I didn't get the skirt done, which I didn't intend to. I told her I wanted to get a measurement so I know exactly what to do. But she was so in awe. She said, "How did you do that without my measurements? How did you know it fits so perfect? Like the fit of it, the darts hit in the right place, the length was perfect. Like I just need to add a face into the length. This was perfect. Um, the only thing I had to adjust was the sleeve. And what I did with the sleeve before I cut it out, because I used the t-shirt sleeve on that pattern, not the jacket sleeve, I added a little bit so it because most time t-shirt sleeves are more fitted. So I didn't want that to be fitted. I always figured I can take it in if I needed to. Well, I had to take the sleeve in about probably about an inch or 2 inches, had to take 2 inches out of it all the way up and then hem it probably about 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches, because she's little. Well, she got short arms. So but outside of that, it fit her and she was amazed. And so we did a little short video of how everything went. I don't think I need this one. That's the 20. Yeah, I don't need this one. I need the 18. This I don't like this about these patterns. Like they split the sizes up, and they split them up in such a weird way. Yeah, but she did. She loved it, and then she went fabric shopping again. So she picked out some more fabric that she wants to use for another project. So I talked about it in the last video, uh, the one previous to this one. See how many pieces this thing is? That's too many pieces. Too many pieces. Alright. See, there's a middle back, a side back, a back, a middle back, a side back. Too many pieces. I like a straight, clean jacket, not a lot of fuss to it. But most of these patterns, but this is Vogue though. Vogue has sometimes a lot of complicated pieces. This pattern is rated, let's see, this is the pattern that I'm using. I'm using view A, which is the pink version, but it's rated average. So it's not difficult, but it's rated average, which to the beginner is probably difficult. Okay, back facing A. Yeah, this is a lifesaver. I need to trim that up a little bit more. This rotary cutter is a lifesaver for trimming patterns. And again, for those of you that might be wondering if you just came in, this is a duller blade. I just had to change the blade on the one I used to cut fabric with. And funny enough, the one that I cut fabric with is the smaller one. So I need to switch that up and change that around. So I don't need this one. Um, Still haven't got to the sleeve yet. This is the welt, and it has a welt pocket. Has a welt pocket, and it looks like an actual welt pocket, not a mock. So, but I'm trying to decide if I want to do a mock pocket on hers. Hey, LaSandra, you made it over. You made it over. Mo, I asked when we need to get together again. Me, you, LaSandra, and Ayana have a reunion whenever Sandra comes back our way. Well, actually, you're about 2 hours away from Atlanta, right, LaSandra? And I'm about 2 hours away, so I guess we both have to come meet up somewhere. Atlanta, I guess, would be our meeting spot. And Sandra, you're just gonna have to come to the next retreat. That's what's gonna happen. uh, that would be nice. Okay. Yeah, we gotta make it happen. All right. Yeah, I've been here cutting for days, and my wrist be hurting if I had to cut that pattern out by itself. I mean, with the scissors like that. Mm, okay. All right. Out of all of that, like I said, I still don't have the sleeve cut out. So this is the back. It doesn't say this back piece. It doesn't say cut the. I guess there's gonna be a back lining because they interface this whole jacket, I believe. I'm trying to decide, do I want to interface the whole jacket? Because that's even more work. Outside of sewing it together, the prepping is going to be the biggest part of it. Then I have to make sure I have a tracing paper in order to make sure I trace out the welt pocket to get that on there just right. This should have been something I started. I waited um, too late, last minute. But I need for her to come over tomorrow for fitting. So that's why I need to get the majority of this put together. She's wearing this December 6th, I think, 2 weeks from today, or 2 weeks from tomorrow, I think. So if I could at least get her over for a fitting, the other parts will come. So that may be what I'll do, just do enough to do the shell of the jacket, and do the rest of it, finish it up later. It is too much. I just need the sleeve. Okay, this is the upper sleeve A and B. Um, and hang on one second. Okay, it's several different sleeve parts on here. Let's see the upper sleeve A and B. Oh, okay, there's an upper sleeve and upper sleeve lining. Um, yeah, I'm gonna make it tonight. Yeah, at least enough where she can try it on. Um, so I'm gonna put the pants together and the jacket. I probably won't line it. The notifications on. Uh-huh. Okay, it won't let me. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say it won't let me cut the sound down. Um, okay, no. What you say, Mo? I be getting it done. Yeah. Look, I almost I gotta get it done. So, but the thing is, on this one, I'm not gonna make any adjustments or anything. I'm just gonna sew it straight from the bag. Sew it straight from the bag. Okay, the lining piece. I'm finding more pieces, y'all. Okay, that's the front facing. And the sleeve lining piece. I'm thinking I may not have all of enough of the lining. Um, and, okay, trying to make sure I got everything. Put away everything that I don't need. All right, that's a lot of pieces. Okay, I got all of, yeah, I need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't think, yeah, I don't need that's a lot of pieces to this thing. Okay, this is the other piece. Don't need that. Okay, I'll put this up. I'm not worried about the paper on the floor. Sandra, we talked about these nails and they won't let me grab stuff. All right. Okay. Let's see. Sandra said, all right, that's why mine are off, especially with unpacking my hands. Look like mechanic hands. I told you mine look like biscuits when I don't have my nails on, but when I just need to cut them down. But it's hard grabbing stuff. I can't work as fast and efficiently with them, but they so pretty. Guess I just need to paint my nail. Y'all know I don't like this with all these pieces involved. Wait a minute. I don't put something away. Oh, no, stay right over here. I was gonna say I know it's more pieces than this that I had left to cut. But this is the sleeve lining. Once I cut this, I'm not going to focus on the lining part yet. I'm just going to focus on the um the outer shell. And pray I have enough to get that done. I think I'm gonna cut a size 18 out. I need to just check the measurements first and see. I know I will cut the 18 out for myself. Yeah, this is the biggest part right here. The biscuit. You still laughing about the biscuits? They do look like biscuits. They look like little fat chubby nubs when I don't have nothing on them, and especially if I don't have them polished. Like, they just look like little fat sausages. At least the nails give them some kind of little length. Make them like lady hands. You talking about yours are like mechanic fingers or mechanic hands. Well, I thought YouTube was gonna flag my channel for playing music, but it was YouTube music. It didn't, so I'm glad. I got copyright infringements. I'm assuming that's what it is because on a couple of my videos it says copyright with an exclamation point. Does that mean copyright infringement? I'm assuming that's what that means. So I'm trimming the pattern off, and normally I don't do this if I'm cutting it with the scissors because I'll just cut the excess off when I'm cutting the size I need from the pattern. But because I'll be using a rotary cutter, it works better when the pattern is trimmed. Now I'm still haven't trimmed the size that I need, so I'm still probably same difference because I think I'm gonna use an 18 as opposed to this 24. But after I do this, now I gotta take time and press the pattern pieces flat. Mhm. Imagine trying to cut all this by hand. Too much. Okay. All right. That's done. I think I'm gonna change the blade because I want to use a bigger. I want to use the bigger blade to cut this out. I'm gonna keep this blade. I'm gonna mark it because I can use it to cut pattern pieces. I may end up getting me another rotary cutter. I think this is the last one that I used first one already. Oh, oh, there's another one in there. Okay. Did I do 5 or is it 2? Can't remember. Mm, That's another reason can't put it on right. Something not have it on there right. Mhm. That's so loose. Okay, so I don't know. That's a 45. Okay, I'll put that there. Goes in my bin. All right, so that way I can use the bigger one to cut my fabric. Uh, hey Shamir, how art thou? Hey girl, hey. You making a suit today? That's not cutting out. Yes, yes, ma'am. That's how crazy I am. You don't feel good. You ate too many Halloween Tootsie Rolls. Ugh, Halloween Tootsie Rolls. That's nasty, Miss Erica. That's nasty. All right, so I'm over here. I'm gonna change my. Let's see where my. Okay, I'm gonna put y'all over here so y'all be at this side of me. Sorry, y'all. Have to change y'all around a little bit. All right. So now I'm gonna press out my. These are the pants cut out already. So Shamir, I'm just gonna do the outer shell of it so I can do a fitting tomorrow. I'm gonna do my interface and pieces and stuff, but I'm not gonna do the lining. Yeah, that's just gonna be too much. So let's see. There's a front. Um, there's a side panel. There's a back. There's a middle back. A back, middle front. It's just too many pieces, y'all. Let's see. For sleeve lining. Let's see. Um, this fabric lining. Upper sleeve. Okay, that's the front line. I'm trying to take out all the lining pieces, so I don't have to do no lining. Front facing. I just need all the pieces that I'm gonna be working with. Man, it's a lot. My problem was what I couldn't decide what pattern I wanted to use, and I don't know why I chose this one because this one had way too many pieces. Okay, that's an undersleeve liner. I don't need that, so I might not be able to see y'all. Yeah, thank you so much. It's sugar just like that. Midnight milkshake. Oh, okay. Oh, see, you shouldn't have been picking at me about my cookies and cream milkshake. See, God don't like ugly, but that milkshake sure was good. But I didn't have no repercussions from it, so thank God for that. Oh, yeah, thank God for that. But I hope you don't get sick. I hope I'm just in jest, but hope you feel better. Oh, I don't need that. I'm not. Do I need to say something? Go ahead and press it out. Shoot. I don't think I'm gonna do the flap just yet. I'm gonna mark it, but I'm not gonna put it in place. See all those little pieces. Jesus. I'm sure there had to be a simpler jacket than this. Oh, I got your way over there in La La Land. I can't see y'all. That's all I have my eyes on y'all. So I can't see y'all. Okay. I don't have my light plugged up over here, so it's gonna be a little dark. At least I don't have to prep the fabric on. I'm just gonna get it down. I don't do have to do it. I'm not gonna do any fit adjustments, so that's gonna cut down a lot of time. But before I do this, I'm gonna check this pattern against the measurements. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna cut the size 18, but I cut the 20 pants in the new look. New look runs similar to Vogue in a sense. Like those patterns, they can run small or true to size. So I'm gonna check the fit before I start cutting. I'd rather be too small than to be too big. I mean, too big than to be too small. Keep getting folded up. Anybody else sewing tonight? There's a little slight crinkle. Okay. All right. All that's cut. So now I'm gonna come over here and lay my fabric out. And oh, you say I'm younger than you? She's talking about how you know that, Miss Erica. But I think one time, what you tell? I'm not going to assume, but I think you did tell me that you. I know you're at least in the 60s, right? So we were talking about age once before. I'm trying to get you back over here. this aside over here. Put that there. All right, so I'm gonna work with the bigger pieces down the bottom because I do have, oh no, this better work because I got a lot of big pieces. Then I had those up front where I cut the sides out. Y'all pray for me. Yeah, my thing is I have too much stuff on my cutting table that gets in the way. If I could just keep my cutting table free and clear, I'd be fine. But that's not always the case. All right. So I'm going to do a mock layout just to see where I am and see what I'm working with. Okay. 77. Okay, look at you, Miss Erica. Not looking like 77. You're repairing a zipper on a mini skirt. All right. All right, so let me bring out some of my bigger pieces over here. I'm gonna do the upper sleeve, the sleeves last. Okay. So I've got the front. And for the most part, it's the way these things are laid out. Okay. And make sure this is lined up with the grain. I'll check that in a minute. I can clean this up some. Laying all these pattern pieces is like playing Tetris. Got that here. Okay. All right. Looks like I'm gonna do it. So I'll leave that right there. Yeah, I can leave that right there. Okay, so I need to cut two of these, two of this one, two of this one, two of this one. Make sure that's up on the green line like it's supposed to be. Ooh, I got a little pleat and a pucker in here, so I gotta fix that before I cut this out. All right. All right, I'm about to go to work and get this cut out. Get all my pattern weights. All right. Hey, Miss Patricia, how art thou? Uh, it's so relaxing. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button and share this out if you don't mind. I did say that I was going to check the size first because guess what? This piece has 18 and 22. So if I did all this laying out, there's another piece if I decide I need the 20. So let me just fact check for her measurements. Like I say she's lost some weight. I haven't seen her since she lost weight, but I'm going to just try to focus on where this is. Okay. So 18 would be it. 42. All right, so I'm going to go with 18. Yeah, sometimes what I do, I have to listen to my spirit man. And if I feel like in my spirit I need to go with a certain size, but I have to double check it though. I mean, with all things being equal, we have measurements for a reason. So I have to make sure that I'm going by the measurements. Double checking, but I just kind of felt like I needed to do the 18. That's just wisdom to check. All right, got some more where that came from. Mm. These weights right here came from Bianca. Thanks, I made them. These were gifted to me by one of my clients. Her mother was a seamstress, and I have these right here. Our Curry is usually on here at night with us hanging out. Sherilyn Curry, she and her daughter made these for me one year for my birthday. These are just regular weights. Y'all notice I put a lot of them up here because I want to make sure that these pieces are weighted down good. Okay. So these two right here that Bianca, she threw these in here. It's a specialty for me, but I like these weights because these are faith. I call them faith weights. This one says fight a good fight, finish, and keep. It says fight a good fight, finish the race, and keep the faith. Um, this one, of course, that's my business uh, logo, Alethea Hudson Designs. Of course, y'all know that one. That's my So Much Talent logo. She threw those in there. That So Much Talent logo is about to change, getting rebranded. Um, so I know I've got one more. Um, we'll get those in a little bit to keep that in place. Sometimes we'll do that just so they won't shift so much. So that just means I need me some more weights, right? So I think I'm gonna have to hit Raven up for some of her weights. I don't have any from her. All right, that's just there to keep it down until I get to it. Okay. All right. Hey, Sonia, how art thou? Just you just hopped on. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, so I usually use this one, but I changed the blade in the stick one. Let's see how it's gonna do. It's acting a little flimsy. It's a little loose. I'm not sure why. I think maybe let me see if I change this the opposite way. Oh yeah, that's better. I had it the opposite way. All right, I'm going for it, y'all. Now I didn't cut the 18 out. This is all the 22, so I'm gonna be cutting some of this paper off with this. All right. Um, Sandra say, have you thought of lifting your table so you're not bending as much? Am I bending? If I am, it's probably by habit. But no, I hadn't paid that no attention. And that might be true because my other table, this one is the hobby craft table, but the other one that I had came up a little bit higher, and I had it on risers. So, but I haven't paid attention to me bending over a lot. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. The only reason I took my other table out is because I didn't have room in here, and I needed to be able to take my table down when I need it. But I haven't done that. So I might just bring that table back in here. It's such a big table. Yeah. But yeah, I have to pay more attention to that. Oh, see, that's where that crease is. This is that big Anna's the big mat that I purchased from Anna. I love the mat, but it doesn't work well with this craft table. I had her to do me a split mat to cut it to customize it where it was split in three parts because of my craft hobby table. But this craft hobby table, it gets off like it's not even, and so the mats don't line up all the time. So if I was to do it again with me knowing this about the table, I would do the whole big mat. But I do love the mat though. See, like right there, I just cut that off the mat. And why am I cutting the other sizes off? Because I know I'm not gonna need them. And if there's ever another sale or whatnot, I'll just buy this pattern again. But I'm not gonna. That 18 is what I would cut for myself as well. So let's see. Oops, put that out there. Put that out of the way. Uh, Go ahead and start these. Get this out of the way. Okay. Mm, Go ahead and mark that. Okay, there's another little notch right here. Okay, get this out of the way. Now I can use these that I just finished cutting and use that for that. Get those out of the way. Probably gonna end up sliding that up anyway though. I have a smaller mat right here. I don't know if you can see it. Uh-oh. that I have all of mat right here, a blue one. So there's a little bit of space in between that, so it makes it difficult for it to be a smooth, even cut. So when I get to it, it doesn't cut right there. That's why I'm using my scissors to cut those little sections. And I'm using my hand to cut because when you don't trim it off like I was trying to do earlier, which I thought I was doing the 18. If I knew for sure I was doing the 18, I would have went ahead and trimmed it to the 18, but I wasn't sure. So now I have to cut on the paper, which doesn't make it cut smooth. Okay, make sure that's not too big. Okay, I'm gonna use my scissors to clip there. All right, I'll keep these pieces together, but I just wanted to make sure I kind of mark them as much as I can. So I'll go back and mark up the pieces that I need, mark the markings that I need to mark up. Put that right there for now. Go ahead and start this off right here. Get that off. See, cutting on that paper makes the paper shift. 16, 18. Make sure I cut the right line off. Make sure I ain't cut my finger off either. So once I do this, now I gotta cut interfacing, y'all. But that's the biggest of making this is getting all the pieces prepped and ready to sew. That's the biggest part. Just like baking. Biggest part is prepping everything. Cut that excess off right here. Okay. Now I don't know which is which. I don't know if it's one notch or two. 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Okay, I think it's here. All right, I had to remember how many sizes it was. It makes a difference on your back. I'm always thinking of my posture. Just wonder. Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't paid attention to me doing it. I just assumed I was standing right, but you might be right. This table is a little bit lower than that than the other table. Is that candle still going? No, thought I smelled it. All right, I'll cut this. Let me get that big piece. Nothing like it when you get to your final destination. When you get to that place. See, that was me coming on top of the other mat. Okay, look that. Not. I have to go back over that. Okay. All right. Well, y'all couldn't see me over there, could you? I'll have to slide this down a little bit in a minute. All that's the junk that I pulled off my wall, and I just haven't put it away or taken it down yet. I've got to clear out all of that stuff over there. So y'all never mind that. I don't know if y'all can see that, but all right. So I'm sliding this down. Okay. So make sure I keep my fingers out the way. Want to be a little glitch right here. Okay. Be a little glitch right there. See, I got time for this with the rotary cutter. I need for it to cut like straight the first time. Does anybody use those scissors, the electric scissors? If you do, what do you think about them? Sonia says, no judgment here. My area looks like a tornado touchdown. That's me constantly. But I'm always working. And I thank God for my clients. And I wish I had like a separate area for them to come in, but they love coming in my room. They love watching what I do. And I'm so sorry, look like this. I've been working. They said, well, that's what you do. That's what this is. That's what it is. That's what an atelier is, a workroom. So they always say, I love your room. It's so inspiring. I'm like, I'm glad you do. But I imagine it is somebody that comes in who don't sew or have an inkling or notion to craft, and they see, all of these things around on the wall or wherever. and they're in all. Oh, you know, okay, that's the front. The facing. This piece is supposed to be out of the satin, so I don't have to cut this piece out. This piece is going to be out of the satin. Glad I caught that down. The collar pieces, the upper collar. Let me get that straight because that's got to be cut out something different. Upper collar and the facing is going to be cut out of the satin. The pocket, uh, the flap is going to be cut out of the satin. The pocket facing, the welt is going to be cut out of the satin. So the under collar, facing, back facing. Okay, so these things I can cut out of this fabric. And then I have the sleeves to cut out. So I'm going to make my markings on those uh, in a minute. I'll come back to you in a minute. Sandra says same thing, and they get comfortable, and I'm uncomfortable because it looks mess. Right? Exactly. That part, Lysandra. But I mean, the truth of the matter is, we are working, right? It's our workroom, workspace, and this is what I do every time I'm sewing. I'm always throwing my stuff on the floor, like, and I'll clean up later. Like when I got started, before I could get started, I had to clean up. And so whatever scraps and stuff I don't threw on the floor, whatnot, I had to go down there and clean it up and start all over again. So what is this? Okay, don't worry about that part. I'll just focus on this. All right, so this is the under collar. I can get making sure that's cut on the grain. And I'm gonna go ahead, since these are smaller pieces, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that 18 out. So I don't have that much of fuss. I don't have to worry about trying to hold that still as much as possible. Go ahead and so have y'all already decided what y'all gonna do for Christmas gifts? Well, let's go back to Thanksgiving. Y'all doing Thanksgiving? Everybody having family over, cooking a big dinner, just chilling, spending some good quality of time with self. All of the above sounds nice, right? Monday is my anniversary, so we are going to chill. We decided not to do anything. I think I told most of y'all that because part of my make nine was to make my vow renewal dress gown. We were going to renew our vows, and we decided not to. But we were going to, and we still might just take off and get in the car and just go somewhere and wherever we land, just land. We've done that before. So, but we had some things here to take care of. It's pocket facing. Okay, cut two. Oh, this is cut up lining. I don't need to cut that. All right, so this is getting easier and easier. Okay. There's a little tiny piece in it. Oh, okay, that's gonna be out the satin. This is for the pocket, the welt pocket. Um, yeah. How much easier it is when you don't have the paper to contend with. The fabric likes to shift, so I have to be careful about the fabric shifting. If I caught that fabric, I mean, cut that paper, caught the paper. Paper tends to pull out the way. All right. So I have to cut interfacing from this. Cut the 18. Try to make sure I cut everything. I'll probably cut it again, the interfacing. I'm gonna sit that right here because I want to mark the front and the back. Yeah, I know you got your family coming in. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Miss Erica. Yeah, no, trust me, it is a-okay. It is fine. I'm cutting this from the bottom. I'm gonna show you something in a minute. Now this part is important to make sure. I'll use my pencils to mark this, make sure I'm marking in the right place because those markings are important for the welt pocket. But you notice they used to cut this piece straight. I don't know if you can see it at the top. See how that piece is cut out like that? They used to cut it straight. Um, Let me make sure I'm saying that right. No, I used to cut it in. I don't know why they cut it out like that. I don't know. I'll figure that out before I say. Let me pause, hold that thought. So I'm thinking differently. Usually on my patterns and stuff, I'll have to make adjustments to um, to length and width and stuff like that. But because I think her measurements kind of fall in line with the 18, I'm going to do that and then make adjustments, just as if she bought it out of the store, and then she would go to an alterations person to make the necessary adjustments. That's what I'm gonna do. Instead of trying to take the time to fit it. But normally that's what I would do. That way, when she comes, I don't really have to make adjustments. Might have to tweak it a little bit, but I believe it's gonna be the same with this. That I'm not gonna have to make many adjustments. Just gonna have to tweak it a little bit. Okay. Now I do like to cut a diagonal cut at the center of the facing. So when I apply it, I know what the center is. So see that little pie-shaped notch right there? So I know the center. Okay. So I have to cut a facing out of that one too. I'm going to use that facing that I showed you all last night, that weft or that hair canvas looking interfacing. So now what I have left to cut here is the sleeve. And I cut the pants earlier. So I have all of this that I left to fold. So that way if I had to open something up and cut it differently, I could. But since it's a two-part sleeve, it's not going to be a problem. I have plenty to cut from the sleeve. I mean, to cut from the fabric. So just have to make sure that the grain line is straight. Make sure I didn't cut into any of the bottom pieces because there's nothing worse than you cut the fabric and you think the bottom and the top are aligned just right, and only to find that you cut into a piece that was cut short at the bottom, and then you don't have no fabric left. That's horrible. Hey, Claudia, welcome back. How art thou? Mm, you working with some little? Oh, see, you trying to be funny. You got jokes, Sonia. Or was that Sonia Erica? Who said the lizard leather? Yeah, you got jokes. Uh-oh. Let me see. I missed a comment. Yeah. Erica says, same difference when you cut up the edge of a pant leg and the pattern flanges out on the edges to match the edges of the pant leg when hemmed. Yeah, but look like it's different. You know how on the pocket you usually cut inward so that when you fold that flap over, you don't have that excess hanging off the edge. I thought that's what that was, but that's the pocket. So I gotta see why it's cut this out instead of in. Do you know what I'm talking about? Usually you clip those the tops of the pocket inward, so when you fold it, there's no overhang. But yeah, that Miss Sonia, I see you. So when you fold the pattern down, the edge follows the new edge. That one didn't quite do it. There was a little overhang on that one. So yeah, that was a little overhang on that one. You you say you really tough. All right, let's see. Yeah, she got jokes. See, I'm trying to make sure that these edges stay down. This one I didn't clip the extra fabric on this one. It's the suit black satin. Actually, the suit is a stretch crepe, but the lapel, it's a notched lapel collar, and so the lapel and the pockets are going to the lapel and the welt pocket and the face, yeah, the facing, the lapel, the notch pocket, and the it's going to be out of the satin. I'm trying to anchor that. Yeah. It's gonna be pretty. I keep um wanting to show y'all the dress that I made, the green dress with the feathers, but I keep falling asleep every time I sit there to go to put it to upload it. She sent me a whole video of the wedding, like the little boy with his tux. I mean not his tux, but his jacket. The guys ended up not wearing the bow ties that I made because they all thought the blue was too much for them, so they ended up not wearing them. But the mom, she looked absolutely beautiful in her green gown, and the bride, she's the one. Her gown is the one that I did the altered the hem. She's about this short, but I altered the hem, and it was about that deep of a horsehair braid. Remember, I had to take all of that off and put it back on, and bustled it, and I had to take it in and here and add cups in it, I think, and she looked amazing. So they sent me two videos. Actually, she sent me some pictures, sent me several pictures, and she said that the local magazine they're going to. I think they're supposed to be spotlighting her wedding in the local magazine. It's like yay! She was so excited. She was very happy, very pleased with everything. And I didn't realize the sentiment behind the colors that she chose. The mom pretty much coordinated the whole wedding, and the bride was, good with that, comfortable because some brides they feel like mama's taking over, but mama in this case she did an excellent job with everything. I'll go back in and mark everything a little bit, but the colors that she chose, I think, was the green. I think was the mother's favorite color, the grandmother's favorite color. She's deceased. It was a kind of a homage to her. And then the blue, I think I forget what the blue was, but everything had meaning. Everything had a sentiment to it. All right. So this is the last. This is the last thing I have to cut out of this, I believe. I think I did cut the waistband out of the pants. But yeah, that was a lot. That was I call that the Hellish Helene wedding because they got married the week after Helene. I thought um, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I wasn't sure if they were still having it, but this family owns a plumbing company. They own a lot. Like they own several Airbnbs and just they own a lot. And so she called me up and asked me how everything was, and she sent me over. I didn't have to go out and get a generator. She's the one I told. I don't know if I'll share that with y'all. That she had one of her men to send over, bring me a generator, so I can finish up her daughter's dress because they were going on with the wedding. And I had two weddings that week. Well, actually, no, hers wasn't the week after. Hers wasn't October 5th. The event, the one lady I was working with, the blue dress that I draped it had the pleating and then it had the nude mesh and stuff to it. She owns one of the wedding venues around here. It was her son that was getting married, and their wedding was the week after Hurricane Helene, and so I was finishing up hers and this other wedding at the same time, and so the other lady uh, sent over a generator because we lost power. We lost power and everything, so it was a blessing. So I was like, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you got this. So do I need to go to a hotel? Well, we couldn't even go to a hotel. I was like, what are we gonna do? Um, but she called me up one day and she said, how's everything going? We're still doing the wedding. Do you need anything? And I told her, I said, well, right now we don't have no power, so not sure how we're gonna swing this. She didn't blink an eye. Uh, she said, I'm calling man over and he gonna bring your generator. He gonna set it up for you and you keep it as long as you need it. And that's what they did. So I said, thank you, Lord. All right. All right now. So now I need to mark everything. What time is it? I gotta cut faces out of everything. Yeah, it was favor. Yeah, definitely was favor. Yeah, she was very considerate, but I said she wanted a dress made. But it was a blessing, she could have said, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you need to figure it out. Because my wedding is blah blah blah. She didn't do any of that. Like whatever I needed. And she had invited me over because I think they had electricity or power in one of their homes. So she had, if I needed to come to one of her homes to so bring all of that over. Uh, oh, yeah, okay, all right. But sorry, I was looking at a message come through. But yeah, she had invited me. She said, if you need to come over to the home, you can. But I told her, I said, look, my phone machine don't travel. Which I did have the singer, the heavy duty singer, but that wasn't gonna work for what I had to do. So I thought my sewing machine don't travel. So that's when she sent the generator over, and I was so grateful because yeah, I couldn't get this big jukey boy out nowhere. All right, y'all. So that's what's left. So I may need to do a cuff because I'm adding feathers on the sleeve. So what I'm thinking, like I did the green dress for her. I did actually did a cuff where I sewed all the feathers and everything. Well, actually, I sewed the feathers on top of her cuff, on top of her sleeve. But in order to give it some weight and some body, I built a cuff or facing underneath the sleeve instead of folding it under. I actually sewed a facing so that it'll have some stability to it. So yeah. All right. So now I got all my interfacing pieces. I think every piece is interfaced. So guess what? That means I got to cut the interfacing, then I'm gonna mark it, but then I have to iron the interfacing on, then I'm gonna mark it because there's no need of me marking it and the interfacing is gonna land on top. So I need to cut the interfacing first. So there's interfacing for that. Uh, there's interfacing for that. Yeah, everything is interfaced. Jeez Louise, y'all. If I wasn't trying to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, if I wasn't trying to really make this feel like a suit, I wouldn't even say that, y'all. I'd just be like, you know what? But she paid me good money, so I need to do the right thing, give her her money's worth, right? All right, so let's see how much of the black do I have. All right, hang on, y'all. Be right back. Okay. All right. I am back. Mm, all right. I need to see what time is it. 8:52. Okay. All right. See, y'all, this is why I take it the length that time it takes to this is why you charge what you charge for a garment because of the time it takes. So this is the interfacing that I'm using because it's going to give it a little bit of body. This is that hair canvas interfacing. Wool, I call it looks like wool on one side, but it's got fusible facing on this other side. So it should be enough to get everything in here. There's nothing cut on the fold except for the back neck facing. So I should be able to get everything out of here. Okay. Trying to make good use of what's here before I move down. What's that under here? Okay. All right. So let's see what I can get cut out of this piece. At least I'm not working with velvet where I end up having to, uh, yes, welt insertion. Uh, yep. All right. So I need a piece about this size. Let's see. Okay. I can get that piece out of here at least. I'll cut this even off right here. I have a reason for doing that. I'll get some of the smaller pieces out of here, probably. Okay. I can get this piece out, put that there like that. Ain't no need of stewing over how many pieces I got to interface. I just get to it and do it. But just stop talking about it and get it done. Okay. And there's the neck facing. All right. Let's see. Nope. I'll do that on another piece. So the pocket don't need interfacing, so I don't have to interface it. Is there another piece that I can get out of here? Oh, there was a smaller piece, I think. I wonder if it might be too long. Yeah, that's too long. Oh, I can get that piece out of there. Yeah, instead of doing that, let me get this piece out of here. I think I can because it's cut in a funny way. I have to move this over a little bit more. So just like playing Tetris. Now I'm not worried about some of the tips of this being not getting interface because that's going to all be in the seam. So that's okay. All right, let's go get the cutting. Once I get this done, I'll go back in and mark everything that needs to be marked. Um, and what did I do with the piece that came off of this? Okay, that was that. Here it is right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my heat press out, and I'm gonna see if sometimes my heat press act like it has a shortage in it, and it won't heat up. So I'm gonna see if it will. If I can get my heat press working, the heat press is gonna be the fastest way to get these pieces interfaced. It's gonna save a lot of time. So I can get large pieces, large sections interface with no problem. Otherwise, it's gonna take about another hour to get this interface. All right, that done. Once I get them interface, and I'll bring them back over and mark them. And once they're all marked, then I can start sewing. Okay. All right, so let me pull this up. Yeah, I learned that when I first, when we were not using um, the heat press, because when COVID hit, everybody was, using heat press and whatever. But after that, I wasn't using it much, so I figured, let me try this. This will make a good um, source for fusion interfacing because it's real quick. It only takes like 15 seconds. And that's about the amount of time, 10, 15 seconds you need pressing it by hand. But if I can get a larger area pressed at one time, it makes life so much easier. All right. Now, go ahead and get. Trying to, is the sleeve in place? I don't think the sleeve is in place. Nope, the sleeve is not in face. I guess so it won't be so stiff on the arm, but it's the body of the jacket that needs structure. So praise the Lord for that. I don't have to interface that. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so I'm gonna get that done there. I gotta get that done. Let's go ahead and get this piece knocked out of the way. Turn it backwards because I'm trying to utilize fabric. Wait, there we go. Bring that over a little bit. Okay. Bring that over a little bit. And I still got fabric over here enough to be able to get those pieces out and that piece, I believe. So it's all working together. Mo, we're gonna get back into doing getting ready to do another pants fitting class. It's gonna be on the same scale as the other one, but a lot of people are still having issues with the pants fitting. So I think you were one. I think you took that class, a couple of the classes. But this time it's going to be loaded. I think we're going to do it through Patreon. I haven't figured out exactly how that works yet. But um, but yeah, we're going to do that again. Might be looking for testimonials. I'll put me a weight right there because I want this fabric to slip off the table. No, are you still doing t-shirt quilts? Um, are you talking about Mo? I think that's what you were saying, Mo. Okay. Oh, you didn't want nothing in there? Okay. Okay. All right, now, because I'm gonna blow up your phone. You better check in. Okay. You better check in. All right. Well, all right. Make sure that was cut. All right. Uh-oh, it's not caught here. Not in the can here. Okay, look here now. All right. Yeah, I'm ready to get close to the end, and I'm ready. Getting anxious because I want it to be over. Want it to be finished. Want to get to the sewing machine. Okay. While I have y'all here, while I have y'all here, how long are y'all engaged in a video? How long is too long? And what kind of content would you prefer to see? Do you like these work while I sew videos, or would you like a shorter version? Would you like for me to record it and you watch? Or do you like the live interaction? Open to suggestions. Okay, so I'm listening. Uh, you said it's not as pretty as the past since I did something a little bit different. Or you talking about your quilt? Doesn't matter to me. So I just watch when I can. Okay. I love long videos. A mix of recording and live is great. Okay. I think a mixture of all. Okay. I'm just visiting Erica because tonight I'm sewing too. It's nice to have company. Oh, yes. That's why I kind of look at it as company. I need to be doing stuff now, but I'm not. Yeah, see, I view it as company. You know, I like to have company. I had nobody here in the room with me, so it's good knowing that sometimes late at night there's somebody that'll be available to, to just be there. Okay, look how that worked out, that little piece right there. What? Couldn't ask for that to be any better. Put that there just like that. And then this piece right here fits right up in there. That worked out just right. Okay. The only pieces I haven't cut out are the lining pieces. Ooh, I hope did I cut. Oh, I barely missed that back face. I almost chopped it up, but I had to cut it over again. Can't afford to get sloppy now. Come too far to give up now. Okay. I better make sure I got some juice in my phone. I've been on here for about 2 hours now. Let me see. Oh, I have it plugged up. Oh, I have a bad habit of not doing that. Okay. Got that. Yeah. Once I get this pressed in, the last thing I got to do before I sew is mark it. Like I never get. It's better if you can do this one day and then sew the next, because then it don't feel so daunting, don't feel so overwhelming. But because I have y'all here watching me, it's not so bad. Okay. So put that away. So the next thing I have is the interface, and I think okay, this is the have some fabric for the collar, and it looks like a shantung. This is a polyester shantung that I'm gonna use because of the weight of it. So that's gonna be nice. I'm not worried about that right now. All right, so let me pull out my heat press and see if I can get it. Oh, this thing is hidden. I'm gonna see if it's gonna work. At one point it wasn't. See if I have a plug. Oh, this might not work. Oh, I know what. Hang on. I do have. I have a cord. I can get over here, y'all. Okay. All right. So now it's been it's dusty. We're gonna see if it don't give out on me. All right. Hey Michelle, how art thou? Right, Lysandra. Yes, I'm a night owl. You're a night owl. So it's perfect for me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be up. Hey Rosalind, I didn't see you coming in. You like the company too, Lysandra? Work on a few things for the family. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm good, Michelle. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say earlier is that this is why stuff costs the way it costs. It's not just a you just sew some, you just stitch it up and it's done. People when they ask you to sew stuff, they don't think about the process of you um cutting it. Now I didn't even go through the depths of what I normally do because normally, like I said, I'll do fit measurements, I make adjustments. There might be another two fittings in between. Uh, my eye was red, but I have to sit there and take and measure, uh, adjust, and do all these extra things. But this, I'm just cutting straight from the pattern. And if this is a lot, I mean, that's hours and hours of work. And just think, you do the math. Now, this is the minimum. If you're one that charges the minimum that you should be charging, the minimum of, let's say, 25, $30 an hour. I'm already, what, 3 hours in? But I already cut the pattern for the pants, right? So that might have been an hour right there. And I think I started on this video about 7 o'clock. So what is 2 hours in now? I still haven't even um stitched it yet. So this gonna be probably another hour, 45 minutes right here pressing everything. So it takes a lot. That's not even including the fitting part. That's not even including buying the fabric. That's not including your electricity and all that stuff, right? So all that plays a part. So if somebody trying to get you to make a suit for Shein prices, better hit the road. I ain't the one. Wrong door. Ain't me. Cooking them down the street somewhere because they don't understand. I know exactly. Exactly. That's right, Mo. No man. Cooking them don't live here. She said so on and so forth. Right. I mean, so Sonya says right after, right, the last client I had took me 6 months from drawing to prototype changes, etc., to deliver. See, I give my customers about 6 months, especially for like I've been working with her. We actually she commissioned me for this last year, but she put this aside, and there were other garments that we made. Like we made two or three other garments in between, but this was a last Christmas garment, and so, but usually gowns, dresses, I'll ask for like 6 to 8 months in advance because not even including research time. Like you gotta resource fabrics and spend gas money if you gotta go to the fabric store or wherever, paying shipping costs, shipping and handling. And then you do need insurance because what if something happens? Like I usually buy a little bit of extra fabric, um, just so I have in case something happens, something malfunctions, or I need to cut another piece, or the size wasn't right. What if she gained weight or lose weight, and I need to recut the whole thing? If you need to redo something, or they want to add something on, that's extra money. So, but people don't think about time. Time is money. That's an old adage, but it's true. Like you get paid on your job by the. Did that just glitch? It said reconnecting. Rosalind says, you are correct. I normally sew for other people, but my neighbor wants me to make him a t-shirt quilt. I told him it's not cheap. He said that he'll pay. Listen, if he'll pay, he said, I normally don't sew for other people. Sorry. You say you don't sew for others either? Yeah. But I normally, like when I contact, this is how I operate. like my customers, they first come in, either they refer to me. Most of my business is word of mouth, so I don't advertise or anything like that. But I do have a website. So people that are referred to me, I direct them to my website so that they can see. And so they pay an initial consultation fee. And it's not I'll take these out. It's time for these to come out now. I see I'm doing this. Um my consultation fees are not high, compared to some. Like they consultation fees, especially for a wedding gown, can start at 100 and go up to $500 just to consult. And right now it might change at the beginning of the year, but right now just for a, um, a consultation for custom sewing, it's only like $50. So with that, they just come in here, they tell me what they want. We talk about a few things. I express to them how my business go, deposits, how I like to look for the fabrics. See, it just clicked off. It just shut down. I don't know why. And sometimes resetting it don't work. So I don't know. It was on, and the power's still on. Nothing else clicked off. I don't know why it does that. So if anybody can offer any suggestions or recommendations, let me know. I'll plug this for right now. Then I'll plug it back up. I don't know if it's overheating or what, but I might have to go over there and do something while it's doing this. But I'm just taking a break. But it was a quick glitch. Yeah, it was reconnecting. It said, I don't know, like after I spend so much time on here, then it'll click and then come back in. I think after like 2 hours. Uh, check how many times you have plugged. Check how many items you have plugged in. Might be pulling too much power. You mean in the whole room? You think in the whole room? Because I do have quite a bit of stuff plugged up in here, but I have them on like surge protectors. Mm, okay. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff plugged up in here, and this must pull a lot of power for it to click off like that. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do because I can't waste time. Um, look it up one more time. Yeah, it's gone. Maybe that's it. I might need to do this somewhere else. Um, but I'll let that cool off. All right, but you know, but yeah, I let people. We do a consultation, and that consultation, the fees are just for that for consultation. And I take a down payment, usually 50%, if not 100%. And 50% is non-refundable, but they know everything that I'm doing. If I choose fabrics and pick fabrics, we consult on the fabrics that I choose. So I do the research and everything that I know. Like we were talking about that silver outfit. Like we had a little conversation today, and she's like, "Oh, I might want two more." And I'm like, "Well, you might want to pick a different fabric if you want that look. If you're not using it for dance, like she was doing it for stepping, so she was needing a little bit more movement." But we discussed that. So, but she picked that fabric on her own then. But I told her most of my customers, I don't like for them to pick the fabric because they don't pick the right fabric most times. They pick one fabric that's cheap, fabric that's reasonable for them, but and fabric that's pretty that they like, but they don't consider the weight of the fabric and how it's going to flow and perform for that design. So those are the things that we consult about. And then if I have to do a drawing or something like that, or let me see. That might have had a little crinkle in it. I'll have to, where's my Teflon? I'll use this. All right, but yeah, so if I have to do a drawing, so like if it's for a wedding gown or something like that, then I'll do maybe two or three drawings or drafts if I'm doing a custom design. They will consult on, like she tell me elements of the gown that she wants, what kind of sleeves or if it's strapless or if she wants structure to it or what kind of skirt, so I'll put all those into play and then I'll come up with two or three designs. That in itself should be more than $50. My alterations consultation is like 15. Because the alterations can be minor, but they come in, they take up my time, which is anywhere from 15 about 30 minutes, and we get to talk about if I could alter it, if it's feasible to alter it. Because I get a lot of people who, like men, they losing weight, like lots of weight, and they don't want to get rid of their suit, so they rather have them altered. So, but that means remaking a suit. So I say, no, sir. You might as well buy your suit because it's gonna cost you a whole lot of money to remake it. But I first of all, I don't sew men's stuff. I don't do men's things. But they'll ask, even though my website says for women only, they'll still ask. You said, I need to figure out what to charge for the t-shirt quilt. Well, think about for anything, even like for alterations, what's your minimum per hour? How much time do you think it's going to take you? Have you ever done one? Or if you would look at different places, Etsy, um, different places of people that sell quilts. Look online, Google quilts and purchasing quilts. Look on different websites and see what the cost is because I guarantee you're going to be putting more into it than what somebody manufactured one for. I would look on Etsy because most of that stuff is hand sewn, hand done. And so you can kind of get a general idea of what it will cost. Especially for like memory quilts. Because if you do a memory quilt just like they didn't have to purchase the fabric, but you got to purchase the batting. You got thread. You got your electricity and all of that stuff. So these are the things you need to think about. Yeah, if I don't know, if I'm not sure, I try to look up something that's similar to what I'm doing, or I go by my hourly rate. And if my hourly rate don't justify what I did, then I got to jack up my price. It's got to be different. Yeah, if my hourly rate don't justify what I did, I was like, nah, we got to figure out. Let me find somebody who did the same thing I did. I'm getting my Teflon. Sandra says, have you thought of doing a demo of how you approach consultation? Um, I don't know. Mo, did you take that pricing class? I can't remember if I did it in that class or not. I don't remember, Lysandra. I talk about it all the time, but I haven't inside the group. But I don't think that I've done a class or anything on that. But that might be something I will um, add into the pricing class when I redo it. But and I could very well have talked about it, but I know we're always discussing this inside the so much talent group. So I um exactly. I find most clients like the education too, right? They have a hand in the design. They do. And I like to include my clients in the process, because they do. They have an idea of what they want. So I don't negate the idea. Um, it's probably too much power. Okay, arm press pulls a lot of energy. Okay. I've seen prices upwards of $300. Right. You're so right about men's suits, especially if it no longer fits on shoulders. Yeah. Because like you said, Sonia, that people don't have an idea. It's really educating them on the process because really people don't know. They remember, especially like older people, even younger people. There ain't no excuse because this day and age, people want Target and Walmart and prices. You know, they want Shein prices. Like I get so tickled when I have somebody send me a photo from Shein and they want to make this, and I tell them, oh, okay, well it's gonna be about 5 times that, and they looking like, huh? Like, you know better than that. You're not getting ready to get no Shein dress from me. It's funny, but because people, this is the age that we're used to, look good for less. But no, it don't work like that. But it's a matter of education, educating people, and most times people don't, mind. Now, what I've learned is that a lot of times it depends on the person, it depends on your client, it depends on your clientele. Some people don't like to discuss prices. Just tell me what it's gonna cost and I'll pay the bill. I found that some people have really gotten offended when you start talking prices. I mean, they'll let you talk the basics, but they don't want you to make them feel like they can't pay. And I'm talking about some of the wealthier clients. They don't discuss money. Just tell me what I need to do, how much I need to bring you, and leave it at that. I'm good with that. They're my kind of clients. But yeah, you got the clients that really want the garments. They don't really have the money. They want to look nice, but they really cannot afford to spend a whole lot of money. You got the client that they just throw money away. They want what they want, and now you have some that they have the money, but they still try to get over. They still try to get it for whatever the little bit that you can get, or they hope that you don't realize how much it costs. But then you have those that try to get over on you just to get over. They just want it cheap no matter what. You know, the ones that really want something nice and can't afford it, they will save up the money and they'll pay you because they value your work. They appreciate it. They're not trying to get over on you. They just want something nice. And so I don't mind working with clients. I offer ways of getting the same look or something similar using different fabrics or maybe kind of modifying the design so that they can still have what they want. Hey, Miss Patricia, listen, you know what I'm talking about when they be trying to get look fabulous for Shein prices and you custom making it. I'm like, you're not getting ready to rob me of my time and my energy and you looking fine. I'm over here about to pass out. I did that too many times because I was trying to make you happy, but you weren't trying to make me happy or my pockets happy. You was trying to get over on me so you can look good. But I was still hurt. I was still in the wrong because all my money went, most of my money probably went towards your fabric or bills, but I ain't get nothing out of it, right? So I got to the point I was like, no, if I don't respect my gift and my talent, if I don't respect the work that I do, I can't expect somebody else is going to respect me. I can't expect that. I have a client, like a little skit. Oh, you talking about putting something together? Oh, we have to talk about that, Alessandra. Sonia says, I have a client that says, tell me a ballpark, then do your thing. My favorite. Right. So I tell you, I'll get back with you in a day or so. I'll give you a ballpark. That's when I go to research. Right, that's when I go do my research. I have over socialized this week. That's colorful, Lynn. But yeah, I do my research. When somebody send me a picture, first thing I do is go look it up. Y'all know how to Google search a picture? Like when you click on Google, does everybody have Google? I think some people have something different. But you can Google a picture. And so the first thing I do, somebody send me a picture. If they don't put the price on it, sometimes they crop it so you don't see the price. I'm like, my name ain't Boo Boo. So I go and they'll send you the front of the picture and they want it made just like that. I'm like, okay, well, what the back look like? So then I got to go look at the back picture. Got to go research it. But there's not one picture that people send you that you can't find, and you'll be able to find the prices. So I get so tickled when they either Shein or what's that other one, Style Me or something, Style We. Oh, send me that yellow suit. Oh, you want the yellow suit? That's my Lynn Brandley um suit. Fabric Lynn wardrobe sewn adaptive lady. Um, let's see. The t-shirt class I did for a Facebook group is there for the style I did. Uh, it should still be in there. You think? Did you do a guide for that, Mo? Nothing out of it. Mm, nothing out of it getting over. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you don't get nothing out of it. You be done sat there and did all that work, spent time away from your family, stressed out and everything, hardly eating, trying to put together a fabulous outfit, and then they don't want to pay you but pennies, or you let them pay you pennies. I'm like, that game over, game over. But you know what's so funny? This now that I put this facing on here, it's no longer stretch great. It's no longer stretch great. The pants are stretchy though. They'll be stretchy, but I just realized that. But it's all good. It's coming along, I guess. This is the most tedious part, having to interface this stuff. Time to make a new ironing board cover. I'm gonna be able to do both of those at the same time. Who am I fooling? Um, no guide. It was a 4 week session. Oh, okay. I'll go to research and development department. Right, Losandra. And I have to pay the research and development department. So that's what I'm saying. When you think about on a real job though, each business or like say like a banking system, every banking system has departments that they do different things. So that's I tell people I'm the front man, the middle man, and the last man. Ain't no middleman here. I'm it. I'm everything. I'm the first, middle, and the last man. You got to pay all of me. Got to pay every aspect of what I do. So why it cost so much? You ain't got no overhead. Yes, I do. I have electricity. I got water I'm using, power, gas, all of that. I got maintenance. I got food to eat. I have lunchtime, you know, time spent away from my family. So people don't think of it like that. All of that. I like that research and development department. I'm gonna use that next time. But let me consult with my research and development department. That was a good one. Yeah, if I wish I had a thought about that before now, Erica, and I would have, and I have done that. I didn't think about that on this one because I definitely would have. And if you, me and Erica having this conversation, but if you cut your interfacing on the bias, your bias will have the same stretch as your fabric. So most things, most fabrics, there are a few fabrics. Say for instance, like this Teflon right here. There's no, well, there's a slight bias on there, not a whole lot, but most fabrics stretch on the bias. So if I had to cut these pieces out on the bias, it'll still be an interface, but it will maintain its stretch. I'm just moving fast and wasn't thinking. You laughing or something? No, that was a good one. I like that. I have to maybe I'll put that in my documentation somewhere that the different stages and levels that this appointment will go in, that your whole process goes in from consultation. Well, from the initial appointment, and then if you book an appointment and cancel, then you don't get no money back. So that's one of the reasons why I even um, started charging for appointments because I would have customers that say, I want to come over such and such a time, I'll be there, and then they just cancel, don't show up, and don't say nothing. And there's my time that I could have booked with somebody else. Somebody else could have been in that time slot. So now they go online. They have to book an appointment online through my website. So you don't get that money back. And I'm gonna tell you how slick some people can be. I had this only happened once, but it was so funny to me. Somebody, I don't know who it was, so they found me on the website. So if they're not referred to me, they find me, they Google me. And so this particular person booked an appointment, but what happened was like I this was not supposed to be seen by the public. I have an appointment set that I can see where I can book an appointment for you and not charge you. So it was alterations, but I had on the alterations staff only. So like if you come, if I know you, I know the situation, I might say, okay, well come over and but in order for me to book that time slot, I put the appointment there on the books. So I book it for me to see. It was alterations staff only appointment, which means they don't get paid, they don't get charged for that, right? So, but somehow I glitched, and I it was open for the public to see. So when I told her to book a consultation appointment, she booked that appointment instead of booking the one you pay for. Even though it said staff use only, she booked the appointment. So, and it was for a consultation for a custom sewing. It wasn't supposed to be for alterations. It was supposed to be for custom sewing. So I kindly called her up and I said, ma'am, so and so. I said, I see you booked an appointment. And the reason why I know it's consultation for consult for custom sewing is because she expressed there's a area where you have to describe what you want. And so she described what she wanted to have done. So I said, well, you booked the alterations appointment, but you booked a staff only appointment. So before you see me, I'm going to need you to pay your alterations fee, your consultation fee before you get here. So apparently that didn't go over well with her because she canceled the appointment. She texted me to say she canceled the appointment. I kind of thought so. I was like, trying to get over on me. You boo boo dead. Boo Boo died a long time ago. Oh, goodness. Michelle said, was you trying to heat both of the irons at the same time? I did have both irons on. Yeah. But I do have a lot of stuff. Like I have my Juki machine on. Um, Well, yeah, I have my juking machine on, but I don't have everything on. I had this iron on, and then I had that on. I have my TV plugged in, but it's not on. So even though it's plugged in, does it matter? I thought like if you're using it. The only thing I have running is my industrial machine. That's right. We all the people in our company. Yeah, I'm all the people. Like I'm the front man, the middle man, the back man. I'm the first, the middle one, and all of that. I'm the secretary. I'm the operator, CEO. I'm the worker. I'm all of it, and you got to pay all of me. When you think about it like that, it makes sense. Like you got to pay all of me. People want to pay you consultation prices for getting jobs done, and like, mm-mm. How about you try that on your job? I bet you if they try to jip you on your job and say, "Hey, why don't you come to work for a little bit, but don't get paid for about 2 hours, but I still want you to come to work," they'll have a fit. They'll go. We don't use this term no more. But they'll go postal. They be wanting to call the CEO and the company and write letters and everything else because they ain't getting paid, or they just quit. Those arms pull too much power together. Okay. Yep, that's right. Pay all of me. Pay every single part of me that worked. Patricia, yes, Boo Boo is dead. I had request to make a faux fur coat for. Come on now. My research show prices ranging from $300 on that. That was cheap because you where you gonna get faux fur, even faux fur for $300. I mean that's by the time you buy the fabric and the lining, that's at least $300. You got the fabric, the lining, the interfacing. You got wefting. You got all kinds of stuff. $300 won't even cover the cost of the fabric unless you buy fabric from Alibaba or somewhere like that. You where you getting it for like $1 a yard or something. That's ridiculous. $300 is even cheap. Yo, I won't even. I'll tell you. And now I don't know if this lady's still coming or not. This was right before. Oh Lord, why is that not? Did I not press that? Is my interface sticking? Yeah, why did that stick? Um, did I not interface? Or maybe I just interfaced that part and then interfaced this part. Um, but yeah, right before Halloween, I had a lady to come to me. Y'all seen those big wedding gowns, like or either ball gowns, quinceanera gowns, where they got like ruffles for days, like they big, huge gowns, and they just ruffle. Yeah, do y'all know who Carrie Baby is? The woman that just married Jamal Bryant. That's his last name, Jamal Bryant. Anyway, do you seen that overskirt over her pink pantsuit where there's dresses out there that's real big, huge ball gown dresses that have like crinoline ruffles for days, like rows and rows. So she wanted something like that made. I said it's gonna be at least $4,200. She kind of like I look at her. I can look at her eyes. You know how people try not to flinch. So she's like, "Oh, okay. I was thinking it was gonna be a little bit less, but yeah, that makes sense." So, yeah, okay, all right. So then she told me when she needed it, and she made her exit. So I don't know that I'll hear from her again. Because there again, they looking at pictures on the website and they see somebody else getting it done. Then if you go to YouTube and you see people doing it, it looks easy, and they show these quick, fast videos, and it makes it look like, oh, I can do that. It look like that. Look like I can do that. Try it. Try it and see. See how long it's gonna take you. But I suspect that I probably won't hear from her. But yeah, yeah, Alibaba. There's special equipment to do all that ruffling. Gold has gone up so high. You should buy for it, right. But listen, um, Michelle says special equipment. My foot. I have a foot on my machine, like my regular foot. It'll ruffle. Like I don't have to gather. It'll ruffle. You have rufflers and stuff like that. And on these industrial machines, like you can just put it through, put it in high stitch, and it'll automatically ruffle. But I'm gonna need something to ruffle it and put it on. Like there are some feet too that will put it ruffle and put it on the fabric at the same time. But my point is, you thought I I wonder how much you thought I was gonna make that for. I mean, like I wonder how much you really thought it was gonna cost because I'm pretty sure you probably seen it at Amazon for $200, which is the wrong answer. Because somebody in the world has spent a whole lot of time making that and they got paid pennies for it. I literally at one time used to have to tell people that I wasn't a sweatshop worker. Like I literally have to sit to the machine. I spend hours figuring this stuff out. But there are industrial machines that don't need the worker to oversee. Really? Now I would tell you who is somebody that I love following him. Now he's in the group. Y'all hear me talk about him all the time, and that's Moses Finna. Moses Finna. He's over in the Virgin Islands, and he has his own like design company, and he has his own fashion brand, House of Finna. But he knows about every machine I believe imaginable. And so he'll tag me in these machines, in these videos and different little techniques and things like that on doing stuff, which is fascinating to see, like you were saying, Erica, these machines and stuff that can do things. Especially now we're in the robotic age. You got stuff that you don't even need to be there. It just do what it do. All right, if I can get there's one other big piece. Oh, I still have one, two, three, one, two. Oh, what is this? Oh no, that's the sleeve. I'll need to do that. I need to do the sleeve. I don't need to do the pocket. I still I still have these two, the side panel and this. And I still have the front piece to do. Then I'll be done. But see, these are things that even we don't consider when we're charging. We don't consider, we underestimate our prices. That's why I'm still bad at it sometimes too, that I underestimate the time of something. So a lot of times I'll get pieces to do that are new. I get challenged a lot of times with stuff I haven't done before. So I have to sit and figure out the design. I have to create the pattern for it. Kind of like that gray piece that I just did. That wasn't as bad because it was simple, but it wasn't. When I say simple, it might not be simple to somebody else, but I could see the lines in that and the pattern that I had a good pattern for a base. So if I could utilize a pattern that's my block, and that's what I consider most patterns anyway. They're just blocks. They're just like sets that you can use to jumpstart your design. But if I don't have that, then guess what? I've got to create it. I've got to start from scratch. But my husband always say work smarter, not harder. So I try to find ways to work smarter. If I can get away with it, and not have to do the most, then I will. especially if I know I didn't charge as much as I could have. Excuse me. Then I try to find ways to minimize the work. But somehow, because of me, I'm always wanting to give my best. I'm always seeing my name is out there, and if somebody opens up the clothes or a jacket, or they ask who made it, they gonna mention my name, and I don't want nothing to be out there falling apart, hanging off, or coming undone, or glitching in some kind of way. I don't want that. All right. Good night, Monique. I didn't see her say that. Sorry. Good night, lady. Michelle says she has a ruffler machine. Okay. You had to share that, Michelle. Oh, yes, someone asked me to make ruffle dress for pregnancy photo shoot. I gave him price, never heard back. Oh, yep, I love those. But y'all know I took. Well, maybe I shouldn't say this out loud. Maybe it should be. But y'all know about my foolishness fee. I'm just gonna put it out there just like that and leave it there. Y'all know about my foolishness fee. So if you down with it, you're gonna pay the fee, and we all gonna be good. But we'll know if you pay it or not. If you don't pay it, then ain't no sweat off my nose, and you ain't missing nothing. You ain't lacking no money. But yeah, try to make sure I'm overlapping. Uh, Erica said, if you have to draft a custom pattern as opposed to a pattern hack, look up the customer's net worth. They may not be able to afford you. Oh, well, they'll tell. I ain't got to look. That's extra research, Erica. I ain't got to look it up. If they can't afford me, they'll tell me. They'll tell me. I ain't got to know their net worth. I'm gonna give them my price, and either one or two things. Either they're gonna pay it, or they're not. Or if they really want something made, then we'll go to something more affordable. But that's too much research trying to look up your network. You know what you can afford. And if you really want it bad, maybe you can't really afford it, but you really want it. That's between you and God. Then you'll make a way to pay for it. But I'm here to get you, to help you, not to rob you, but I'm not gonna let you rob me either. Not gonna let you cheat me either. But I can't be sitting there trying to look up your network. I don't even care. I just want to know, are you gonna pay me? That's all I need to know. Are you gonna pay me? And then don't think that you're gonna not pay me at the end. Like, oh, well, I'll pay you, and I'll pick up the dress, and then I'll just pay you later. Mm-mm. What? No, I need my money, and I need it now. Like, I ain't waiting to give you your dress, so don't be waiting to pay me. I need my policy says that you pay me before the last fitting, before the dress is finished. You pay me. So my Venmo or my Zelle or my Cash App or my Square is this, that, and the other. Save for right, and I have a lot of people that will save for if they really want it. But again, if I know there's somebody who just really cannot afford it, we work out ways. That's why my consultations are set in place. Like, yeah, I know you might want this, but I don't think you realize what this costs. So this costs this, and if we do it in this fabric, it's going to cost you this. But maybe we can do something similar, get you a similar look, and we use a different kind of fabric. That's what my consultations are for. So long as we have a mutual understanding. In the same way, I always like to do quality work. Exactly. What you talking about, Sonya? What you talking? You talking about what I said? People want to pay me later, pick up their stuff and pay me later. We don't do that. I had one lady here recently, but she owned a. I probably mentioned her a little bit earlier, but anyway, she was the only one in a long time that I let just walk with the dress and you pay me later. But she did pay me later that day. But I don't like to do that with people, especially if they're involved in weddings and stuff like that, because if you don't pay me before you leave my house, 9 times out of 10, it could be a week before I get paid because you dealing with wedding stuff. You'll forget. Not that you intentionally did it, but you got so much on your mind, you'll forget to pay me. And I don't want to be hunting nobody down for my money because then now I'm in a mood. Now I'm in a whole mood. If I got, because you didn't have to hunt me down to get your dress. So now I'm in a mood. So that's where we are. They got to set some boundaries. The research and development department is closed on that side. Right, right. The research and development department is closed on that subject. Mm-mm. Whew. Lord, this is a part I hate. And let's see. See, told you this about an hour's worth of work, right? Most of y'all know where I work on my day job. If you break that cost down, it's about $60 an hour. Think about that. And think about what we charge. That's for alterations. But we talk about custom sewing, not alteration. The average ticket item, well, that was about 10 years ago, I think. The average ticket price was figured on a $60 hour basis. So you broke down whatever you were doing on a 60-minute, $60 an hour scale. So if it took 15 minutes, your project or your item took 15 minutes, then what, that was $15? Because that's a quarter of an hour, right? 15, wait a minute. Yeah, 15, 15, 30, 50, 50. Yeah, that's a quarter of an hour. So you break down 60 into four parts and that $15. So basically $1 a minute. So figure that out. Now we're 10 years more later. How much you think that probably is? Prices have gone up since then in the alterations department. So I'm sure it's more than $60 an hour. I mean, think about what we charge per hour. Most of us don't charge $60 an hour for our work, but we should be. Ever since I always had people to sign my contract before work was started and at pickup denoted that they had inspected the finished product and they were satisfied. You have no leg to stand on in court. Listen, when they sign my paper, they have to sign when they drop it off and when they pick it up. I don't have like a written out contract, but I have a piece of paper I have on my sales, my invoice. I write out exactly what the customer told me. If she sent me a picture to go by, I write that down. Inspired look by look, check out the picture that the customer sent me via my phone. I have all the little details of what we talked about. She signs it. I write on my ticket, paid in full. She paid me before she walked out that door. She was satisfied with her garment. If she wasn't satisfied with it, she shouldn't have paid me. So that's my documentation, her signature. And then her I didn't take her money out of her account. She voluntarily gave me her last payment. I had one lady to try that though. She didn't take me to court, But what she tried to do was, and when I tell you I made this dress look better, and I'm not just saying that, the bride even said it too. The bride had sent one of her bridesmaids to me to alter her dress because it was too big. They initially just wanted this piece in here fixed like it was low and gaping, but the whole dress was big. So when I showed it to her, pinned it on her, she wanted to get it done, and told her how much it was going to be and everything. She paid me. When she got it back, she came to try it on, and I noticed she was in the fitting room. Now, I wish I had taken pictures of it, the before and after, but the bride was my witness. But the dress looked like 10 times better than it was. Like it was super big, but then now it's fitting and everything. She told me it don't look right. It don't. She didn't say that to me at first. No, no, she did. She was in the fitting room. She said, "No, I don't like the way it looked." And blah blah. I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with it? Like it this look much better than when you brought it to me. It was like, hanging all off on, and now it's fitting you just like it's supposed to." What she was trying to do was get out of paying me, but she had to pay me before she left. But what she tried to do, because she didn't, I think where I was, she didn't want to make no big scene. So what she tried to do, because it was paid through Cash App. Now, if y'all don't know this, maybe you did, now you will. She tried to rebuttal the price. She tried to take back, request her money back. But the way Cash App is set up, I get the notification that the customer is requesting money back. Do I accept the request back or do I decline it? Decline. 'Cause you're not gonna try to take your money back. You don't pay me. And then the bride, all y'all know that that dress was fitting you much better than it was. Mm-mm. Don't try to do nothing like that. I told the bride about it. She said, "What?" I said, "Don't, please don't send nobody else to me like that no more. Because I don't need them kind of people in my life." I said, "You know," and she know that that dress fit her to a T. To just raise my hourly rate, but definitely no comparison to that. Right. Michelle, my neighbor came down to the house to ask me to do an alteration to bridesmaid dress. When I asked her when the wedding was in 2 days, I told her to take it back. I know that's right. Because then now you got a rush fee. If people don't want to pay the rush fee, like now you got to set aside time that you might have had for something else to try to help her and assist her. And people wait till the last minute, but then they want to know, well, why it costs so much? Well, why I got to pay a rush fee? Well, why you got to rush me? That's why you got to pay a rush fee because I got to rush. That's what a rush fee is. I don't understand why stuff don't make sense. Like I be thinking I'm the one thinking on the left side of my brain. I don't understand. It just don't make sense. I'm laughing at the games people play. Listen, they do. Sonya, unreal. A friend at school was burned bad by a church member. When you said that, I thought like literally burned, but it was so bad that my friend could have sued for defamation. Wow. People be ugly. I'm telling you, people be ugly. She didn't want to pay the Davis bridal fee. Listen, most people don't. They don't. But at Davis bridal don't play just like I don't. Like I have some people saying, you know what? I know you do alterations. Can you do this for me? No, because you're probably gonna pay more than you paying here. I tell people my prices are just as comparable. So I hate when people do that. Like they say, well, you know what? Well, maybe you could do it for me, cause David's bridal high. I am too, cause I charge the same thing or more. So yes, I'm high too. I'm just as comparable. Don't make no sense. I'd rather pay you what you worth, and if I can't pay you what you worth, I'll find somebody else, who maybe they ain't charging that much. But to assume that I want to do it for a cheaper price, you cheating me. You telling me that I'm not valuable. I'm not worth paying. Like I tell people, instead of you trying to take money from me, you should be tipping me. Why you not saying, "Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit extra"? You don't get that often. I had a little old lady and her husband. Their son, her son bought her a beautiful suit last year for Christmas, and I didn't charge her much at all to fix this and everything, but she was so grateful that I was able to do it at the time, and I have the right to not charge people rush fee if I want to. And they were so sweet. I didn't. It's a little older couple. Those people paid me a $45 tip, and I didn't want to take it, but he's like, you gonna take this? I was like, okay. But you have people that are like that. They're very thoughtful. They're very mindful and very considerate of your expertise and what you do, and they're not trying to take anything from you. But you have people that live their life. They practice getting everything on the low low. They practice getting things for as cheap as they possibly can, instead of honoring the person that's doing the work, instead of appreciating them and saying, I truly believe you're valuable. So I want to give you more than what you I believe that what you're doing yourself an injustice. So I'm gonna give you more than what you asked me for. We don't have many people like that. Everybody wanna take, 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 take. Uh, Yeah, everybody wants to get something for nothing. And I think you should, but I don't like doing people like that. Wherever I go, I'm always tipping. And some people, the only tip they're going to get is you better do better. Maybe you get somebody. Maybe you better do better customer service and then you get a tip. That's the only tip they're going to get. Now, I don't believe in giving people tips and it's not worth it. Like you don't showed out or you didn't do nothing or you complain the whole time. No, you can get no tip. Your tip is do better. But But I don't like them. People work hard. People work hard for their money. Yeah. I don't haggle people either, Lysandra. I don't. I promise you, I don't. If I can't afford what they're charging, then I just mosey on along. I don't ever tell people, "You too high. Ooh, why you charge that?" You need to come down on your prices. You don't know what that person got going on, and you don't know what their expertise is, and why they do what they do, and how they do what they do. You don't know that. But if you can't afford it, just keep moving right on along. But don't ever. I feel like you belittle people and you devalue them when you don't honor what they request. You know, if you think it's too high, keep moving on. They ain't for you, and you not for them. But it's not right to hackle. Well, can you do it for this? Can you leave? Can you go away? Mm-mm. Get somebody else to do it. Stop playing. It's just like these people out here in these sewing streets are a whole mess. But people who know right, Lysandra, the law of reaping and sowing is real, for real, for real. That's so true. And that's the way I look at it. Like I always tell people, I want people to do for me what I do to them. And I know whatever I do, whatever I put out there is coming back to me. So I don't ever want to do people like that because I don't want people to do my business like that. Like when these people are out here bootlegging bootlegging these videos and tapes and stuff like that. I used to tell my sons and my husband stuff, don't do that because they musicians. They musicians and they got music. They gonna have music out there. Right at that time, I was telling them they got music out there now. I said, but don't do that. I said, because you don't want nobody doing that to you. You don't want nobody bootlegging your music and not paying you your full value. So don't be doing that stuff. That's somebody's work. They work hard for that. For somebody to sit there at a flea market trying to copy their stuff and sell it. That's wrong. Boy, I used to get mad about that thing. Right. Can you leave? I'm serious. No. No, I can't. Can you pay me more? Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. Now there are people like you don't mind doing stuff for people and like many times I'm pretty sure, excuse me, many of you have done it that you have given stuff charitable work and stuff like that or been a blessing to somebody. When somebody just come right out and ask you, especially if you know they had the money to pay for it, you're like, no. Mm-mm. And don't even come back. Don't even send nobody over here. Wow, me too. I would get upset about that bootleg stuff. My husband would bring home, right? Like that. I mean, that's literally stealing, though, right? Like you literally stealing. You might not have stole, but you're a participant. You might not have did it, but you are a willing participant, or what you call that, aiding and abetting. But I don't think we think about that. But that stuff is real, and you reap what you sow. Mm-mm. That's just not right. Rosa says she agrees. You are high class, so it's like me and Marcus. You are worth the price. That listen, I had to tell somebody that one time. I'm like, I'm just like Vera Wayne. We talked about this the other night. What I do, I might not be in Vera Wayne warehouse or Vera Wayne, what do you call it, Soul House or Atelier or whatnot, but I do the same thing, and I take just as much attention to detail, just like that. My work is impeccable, just like that. And so, no, like you wouldn't pay Vera Wayne these prices. So these good prices for you. So no, I tell people, pay me more. I would not buy it because some of the quality, baby, buy. Right. Lord Jesus, am I getting to the end of it? Are we there yet? Oh, that one's finished. Whew, thank you, Jesus. But yeah, the way our society is right now, it tells you, well, you deserve to get it at a cheaper price. I mean, you got all these websites, you got people stealing left and right. I mean, look at what just happened to Sharissa and Anita Mars. That's ridiculous. They work hard to create those designs and work hard, sharing their stuff so people can be blessed by it. People can be inspired by it. And then you got some nincompoop who decides to put their images, and they were smart not to put their faces on there. That well, they weren't smart at all. So let me say that they weren't smart at all. But then they didn't put their faces on there, so they can steal. I mean, I feel like people like that, their fingers ought to fall off or something. Like they should shrivel up or something. I don't know. I mean, I want to pray bad on them, but the Bible tell you don't curse nobody. Pray for them. And sometimes you don't be wanting to pray for folks. You just hope they just shrivel up and just get nubs and nubs and stuff. It's a good thing we not God, right? Uh, oh, you saw that with Anita. Yeah, somebody they took their images. Like you know how Anita when she makes something, she shows it off and she models it and she tells you all about it. It's on Instagram or Facebook or wherever where she's posing it and modeling. Well, somebody actually took her image. They did the same thing with Sharissa and had them on one of them sites like Shein or Style Me, Style So Style So Me or Style Something, and was selling the garments. Of course, the people probably weren't gonna get what they were selling. I'm trying to figure out where they were getting the fabric from, stuff like that, or they probably was just gonna take the money or something. But they was taking their images and using it to sell product. Sandra. I mean, if you gonna steal, it used to be if they was back in the Bible, they get their hand cut off. I just said shrivel up the nubs. I mean, at least they still had one, but they get the whole hand cut off. But good thing we ain't back in Bible days like that. But they gonna get paid for if they don't repent. I think I'm gonna turn in early. Have a great evening, Millie Vanilla. You funny, Erica. Oh, good night, Erica. Yeah, you enjoy her outfits, Rosalind. Yeah, she do. She has some beautiful outfits, and she spend time doing it. But then to have somebody steal your stuff and steal your image, and use it to make money, it's ridiculous. But that's the society that we live in. I had a company take one of my hat design images and put on their site. Mm-mm, that's crazy. Mm-mm, that's ridiculous. All right, y'all. I think this is gonna be the last piece that I have to interface, and then I have to mark them. I hope I can find my. Um, I hope I can find my tracing paper and wheel. I'll put this back up under. Back up under here so I can get this out. Okay. Down to the last one. Might go in and grab me some coffee in a second. Mm. But yeah, that's crazy, Michelle. Now, when you did your top hat, that bucket hat, the long hat, was that from a pattern, or did you modify that to make it long like that, to make it tall? It was like a top hat, almost up, or kind of like the Mad Hatter's hat. It was really cute. Ooh, almost there, almost there. It's like a weft or I call it like a hair canvas. I'll show it to you in a minute. Were you last night? Like I showed all of them last night, the different ones that I have like this. Because I was talking about how I fused it on the back of that I fused it on the back of the that velvet and how it did the velvet. You usually use it in jackets and um coats and stuff. I think Eric. I don't know if Erica's still on here. But this is what I'm using. If you can see the texture of it, then it has the fusible on this side. This is what it kind of looks like inside the jacket. So it works well for stuff like this. This I you could get it at Walmart. I didn't get this at Walmart. I got it at wherever I got it from. They was getting rid of it. Like I don't know if it was at a consumption thrift store or somewhere like that. But I happened upon it, and I got it all. I freehand those hats piece by piece, no pattern. Oh wow! Well, those were not. That's a nice hat. I like it. Okay. All right. Mm, okay. So I am getting ready to take this back over here now. Oh, you know what? I have the waistband on here. Did I cut the waistband out? I didn't cut the waistband out on this. Man, just when I thought I was done. I might hold off on that. As long as I get the pants put together, I'll hold off on that. Uh, so what I might do, let's see, Tuesday. She'll come over and fit tomorrow, and I'll probably have try to finish this up Tuesday. All right, I'm gonna pull y'all over here. I'm not gonna even take this. Hope y'all can see me over there. All right, y'all see me okay? I'm gonna pull this up a little bit. There we go. So y'all can kind of see what I'm doing over here. Um, all right, so where's the piece of that? The pocket and stuff. I don't need this. That's been cut out of something else. I'm gonna put that to the side. That's gotta be interfaced too. Um, I need to see if I have. Yeah. Do y'all have a little iron like that? I saw this at Joann's one day and got it. Thought it was so cute. I don't know if it's supposed to have water in it or how it works, um, but I don't use it. I might try it again one day. I'm trying to find my tracing paper. It's there somewhere. Got all my Cricut stuff in here. There's a piece of tracing paper, but that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, there's another one. Maybe it isn't here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go with those. Everything. Got some of everything in here. Okay. What? You know what? I need to move this back over here with this one. That's too far away. Wait, you said something about a spray bottle. I use a spray bottle with my small iron. Oh, do you? Oh, okay. Not that iron. No, it does not use water. It gets really hot. Does it? Okay. All right, now I gotta find my tracing wheel. Oh, okay. I need my chalk marker. Might need that. No, I'm gonna leave that. And I need my wax chalk. Um, okay. All right. So got my tracing wheel and stuff, so I can make sure I get accurate marks. This might take a good minute because I gotta make sure that I get each piece accurate. Add that back in there. Gotta make sure it's still in the same spot. Yep. I forgot to put the okay. Forgot to mark the line down the middle. I'm gonna make sure you get that welt pocket in there just right. What you say about tracing paper? This is the part you despise marking it. Yeah, I hit the jackpot when I can find. Uh, you say I hit the jackpot when I can find atheist one of. I know you didn't mean that. At least, yeah. I've been wanting to make me a double-breasted suit dress. Oh, there's a cute pattern. I think that my cause has one. It's got the cute little uh, pleated shoulders, and it's a cute dress. I have the pattern um, that you'll probably like it. All right, so what else I need to mark on here? Okay. Yeah, it's the part that you don't get to see all the time. And there's this part right here. I think all these pattern pieces got to be marked. Yeah, I should have did this prior to this. Mm, all right. Yep, That's marked and ready to go. Ready to go. Ready to go. All right. Let's go clip it. I usually just clip those areas. All right, so now this little extra fish. I gotta see what I'm doing here. I don't think it's gonna let me. I think it's gonna transfer on both sides at the same time. Let's see. I have to press down really hard. Yeah, table moving, pressing down hard. Okay. All right, there's another piece. Good night, Lysandra. Oh, been wanting to make it. Okay. So good night, good night, good night. I think once I get started, I'm gonna do the pants first. I think I got that. Got that. I think that's all I needed to do. That. Let's see. This is where it's gonna go right here. already done. I've already got that one. It's mainly like these dark and stuff. I can do it.